Hey, what's up, what's up, what's up, what's up, what's up? Gracious good morning to you good people. It's your girl KB. You know what I do and you know why I do it. It's Monday morning, it's September 29th, and it is 2:52 in the AM. And this is like my fifth time attempting to record this video because I am so, I want to say, mentally and emotionally bent out of shape about a lot of things and how they're playing out. And I have to be thoughtful about how I speak on them and how I move on them. But trust and believe what I've shared with you about my character and who I am as a person and what I believe. I need you to trust and believe I'm going to move on them. And I'm going to punctuate that with an amen because some things need to be said, and I won't say way back when, I was a little bit more circumspect in talking about things and in essence watering them down so, people didn't get really bent out of shape. Now I'm at the point of maximum saturation and I don't care. See, if you're upset about something I said, then you need to ask yourself why. Because I'm not talking with neck rolls and attitude and all in your face, finger pointing. I'm emotionally highlighting some things that folks can't stand. I'm telling some truths on myself, but I am also cutting out some cancerous beliefs. So when I say I'm surgical, trust and believe I'm surgical. And one of the core beliefs is I opened my web browser this morning to see Kash Patel. I need you to focus on that last name. Telling pretty much people, but I'm going to say specifically African Americans, not to mourn Assata Shakur. And he referred to the sister as a terrorist. And last week I posted a video about the Malcolm X quote, if you're not careful, the media is going to tell you who to hate. Knowing that the media is a powerful institution in our society, and the media has also manipulated language and imagery. The Black Panther Party was labeled terrorist by a known racist, J. Edgar Hoover, because I want to say in essence, and I'm paraphrasing, they were uppity and they didn't know their place. They dared to challenge what the system was holding up as the law, which is the Constitution. See, it's cool when you do it. It's a problem when I do it. And I'm going to throw an MLK quote in here. Refusing to acknowledge that the moral content or the moral bank is writing a check on a bankrupt account. Of course, that's a wild paraphrase, and I need you to acknowledge it as that, but some of the things that are attributed to people of color in this country are rooted in a definition from a base of moral bankruptcy. And some of the things that I hear and see are from a core system of sickness. And it's funny, it's like when people tell me I don't see color, or I fell in love with a personality, what is it rooted in? Because things that sprout up that don't have any identity to me is a weed. And I'll call it a weed until it's classified. So, are you falling in love with weeds? Or are you falling in love with plants that bear fruit? What is your core belief system construct about identity? Because this country will force you to identify, How do you identify? You know, I can tell you my genetic markers, and I have on occasion, but I've also told you, first and foremost, I'm black. That's what you see. That's what you speak on. Nobody has ever asked the other genetic markers. So what you see and what you speak on, best believe, if you speak wrong, I'm going to housebreak you. You know, I want you to get the visual. Rub your nose in it until you recognize this is wrong. I'm going to housebreak you. I don't know about my other brothers and sisters. Mr. Patel, and I'm going to say to you, you cannot tell me who to mourn. Mr. Patel, I'm going to say to you, most of the people I look up to have FBI files because they dared to speak out against a system that was unjust. Mr. Patel, I'm going to say to you, just last week, there were 3 people who were incarcerated for many years who were proven innocent later on at the development and the presentation of facts and science. Mr. Patel, I'm going to say to you, you know, we as a collective group of people have created a person to mourn in our community. I'm just going to use this one example because there's many. In the person of Emmett Till. Because somebody lied. And then admitted that they lied some 30-some odd years later. And that little boy didn't get to see manhood. And there are many more that the system, you call the terrorists, that the system has created, as opposed to the reality of the situation. Yeah. I think about all the years I spent pledging allegiance and singing, "My country, 'tis of thee." Who because it wasn't representing me, even at the time I was singing it.